So there's a lot behind the scenes that the detectives do that a lot of people don't know about. And even the patrol officers there at the police department that we work with on a daily basis don't see all the things that we're doing behind the scenes, all the paperwork we're doing, all the people we're interviewing, all the places we're driving to try and get information on cases. I never knew how much traveling I was going to have to do.
Oh, wow.
Within like the first 2-3 weeks of me being a detective, they were like, hey, you're driving all the way up here to almost Georgia. A couple months after that, like, hey, you're going all the way to, the West Coast. You're going all the way down to almost Miami, driving all over the place to go interview people, talk to people, and ask questions for these cases. So,
Wow. So, in that same note, because, you said before, nobody knew, being on patrol, you don't know what other people do, detectives or other branches. So when now you're in the situation and you're a detective yourself, how do you maintain that objectivity to solve the mission or the crime in this case?
My thought process when I became a detective was that I wanted to change that perspective. That, hey, these guys downstairs, so at our building, our office is upstairs.
Okay.
So, they would say, hey, you guys are upstairs. We're, everyone else is downstairs. I wanted to change their opinion on what a detective was and interact more with them and be a little bit more transparent about some of the things we're doing, so that they had that same like, oh, okay, these aren't just, some guys hiding in an office somewhere.
Okay.
They're out here doing work too, just a different type of work, and have a more positive interaction with them so that they know like, hey, when I need something or I'm having issues with a case or I'm trying to follow up on something, this is the person I can reach out to and get that information and get that help.
Oh, wow. Let me ask you this. So that kind of mentality of when it comes how people patrol, see detectives or other people, you think it's just on something local, or is it just a common thing as an officer?
From what I've seen, it's kind of across the board that most patrol guys kind of make fun of the detectives a little bit. The detectives make fun of the patrol guys. It's good natured for the most part, but it's kind of, that's the perception that they kind of have of us as detectives, is that, hey, they're shirt and tie, they're in an office all day, and if you're ever looking for the detectives, go look for them at the lunch spot. Wherever the best lunch is, that's where you're going to find your detectives hanging out at.
It's funny you say that, because usually in the movies, they'll be in a food truck and they get a call and they gotta leave. And